yoga. This is, I think, the 8th video we've done. So if you haven't seen the previous ones, I encourage you to go onto our YouTube site, and they're all available for you because we learn new things every class and we build upon them. So I'm Jody, this is Oliver, this is Chase, who evidently is going to do some down dog and up dog with us today. All right, let's stand. If you have a mat or a towel, go ahead and stand on it with wide legs. We're going to start with a breathing exercise, a different one than we've done before. So we're going to extend the arms out to a T. We're going to close our lips, and we're going to breathe through our noses. Okay? So inhale, we take the breath through our nose. And as we exhale, we're going to reach the right arm up to the ceiling and the left arm down. Other way over. Go with me. Awesome. Inhale, stretch the arms out to a T. And then we exhale, going the other way. So this is super slow motion. Okay, try to do this with me. Inhale, arms out to a T. Really long, slow breath. As we exhale, we tilt over, smooth and long. And then we inhale back into position. So we're trying to find this control in our bodies. So we're trying not to be silly. We're trying to move in slow motion. Being really long through the arms, stretching out through the arms as we do this. Just one more time. Good. These deep breaths can help us clear our mind and get us in the mood for some yoga, because yoga practice is a very kind of calm way of exercising. So we're going to do some sun salutations, though. That's going to help us to warm up our bodies. So let's face the side of the room and scoot up, Oliver. Kind of scoot to the front of your mat. Forward, forward, forward. Awesome. There you go. So this is a series of poses that we've learned that are in a certain order. So hopefully you're kind of picking up on this order of events and you'll know what we're doing. We'll repeat it several times and you can catch on with us. So stand with your feet right under your hips. You're nice and tall and ready. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we swan dive down to forward folds. You're hanging forward. And now we flatten out the back and lift a little bit. And this is monkey. And as we fold, we're going to place the hands flat and step all the way back to plank. Or you could hop back even next time. So now we're in plank, that push-up position, nice and strong. Use your arm muscles. This is like a push-up crocodile. We lower down and then comes up dog, where we lengthen the arms and we're on the tops of our feet. Can you get on the tops of your feet? There you go. And can you lift your legs off of the mat even? That's truly up dog. There you got it. Now curl the toes under and we go to down dog. Now we shift our bottom up to the ceiling as we look at our ankles. And then we're ready to stand. So we have to hop or step up and then sweep up with the arms. Palms come together and we end in chair. Awesome. Got it? Here we go again. Sweep up and fold down. Monkey. Fold. Plank. You got this. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop through. Sweep up. Finish with me in chair. We're going to do it 2 more times. Sweep up. Swan dive. Fold. Monkey. Fold. Plank. Crocodile. Up dog. Look up and up dog. Up, up, up. There it is. Down dog. And step or hop through. Sweep up and in. Chair. One more time. We're getting our bodies warm and ready. Up and down. Monkey. Fold. Plank. Crocodile. Oliver, developing strong arm muscles. Crocodile down. There's your push-up. Up dog. And down dog. Step or hop through. Sweep up. This time we're going to hold our chair position. So I want you to sit back. And this can be a tough one if you're doing it correctly. So I want you to try to wiggle your toes slightly. Wiggle your toes. Good. Sit back a little bit further. Keep your head up. You're looking forward. Stick your butt out. Lastly, stick your butt out. If it's curled under, I want you to lift your tailbone out and up. So Oliver, your back is rounded. Pull your shoulders back. You're up tall. Try again. Yeah, you're rounded. Pull your shoulders back. It's okay. That's what I'm doing. Good. Now sit. Yes. Right there. Yes. It's harder. Good job. All right. Standing, we call this mountain pose. So we're going to face you. You face us. Mountain pose. Good. So we try to pay attention to our bodies and learn more about our bodies while we do our yoga practice. That is kind of a big purpose for practicing yoga. So stand with me, palms open. Standing up tall with your shoulders pulled back. I want you to go back, breathing through your nose. Just noticing how you feel before we move on. Good. We're ready to move on. Let's go into cat and cow. We're going to face side again, and we're going to come down to hands and knees. Okay, cat and cow has to do with moving your spine and keeping a healthy spine. But let's get into position. Make sure your knees are under your hips, so they're not in together, they're not touching each other. So widen your knees a little bit, and then make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. And then lengthen your neck so you're looking at the top of your mat. See? All those different things just to get into this position. So we're thinking about all those things. Now, cat stretch. Cats stretch like this and they round their backs up to the ceiling. And now you can tuck your chin in to your chest. There's our cat stretch. Tuck your tailbone in like you're tucking your bottom in. And then go to cow. Lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. Lift your head up. Lift your chin. Now you're looking up as high as you can out in front of you. And you're breathing. So let's exhale all our air out in cat stretch. And then take a long, smooth breath in cow. One more time. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cow. Awesome. Child's pose. Sit back. Forehead comes to the mat. This is kind of a relaxing pose where you can just kind of tuck your head and hide for a moment. And you can close your eyes and take a deep breath, and sometimes that's just what we need and it feels good. Okay, so we are going to change this to be rabbit. What's the difference? Oliver, can you show us? What's a rabbit? He curled his toes under, he's holding his heels now, and his forehead is down close to his knees. So very similar poses. Both of them help to stretch out our back. Okay, moving on. We're going to come to a stand. Come on up with us. Okay. Balance poses. Strength poses. We're going to start with triangle. Triangle doesn't involve a ton of balance. The second one will. Pigeon will. But we're going to do triangle. Widen your feet, super wide. Stand up tall. Good. Now I want you to turn your right foot out, pointing to the side of the room. And you're up tall still. And your left foot's pointing towards the front. And now you're ready. Triangle, arms out to a T. And your chest is forward. It's not twisted at all. Palms are down and you're stretched out like you're a perfect T. So look, Oliver, you're stretched out as perfect as you can. Reach long. Lift your arms a little higher. There you go. Now, we're going to reach through your right fingertips. Watch, watch, watch. Reach, reach, reach to that side wall over there. And then finally, you're going to rotate and reach through the other arm up to the ceiling. There you go. Keep looking forward. See the triangle? Kind of, our bodies kind of resemble triangles. Good. And this is a pose that we just hold, and we breathe, and we try to stay strong while we're here. We're finding our patience. That's a good thing to practice. Open your chest, look forward, and then come back. Okay, so we did one side. We're going to do pigeon, standing pigeon, which is more of a balance pose on one side, and then we'll go back and even it out to do the other side. Okay, all ready? Okay, we're going to be crossing the right leg over for this pigeon pose. So all of our body weight's on the left leg, so you're going to stand with good balance. We're going to try not to hop around. We're going to try to stay really still and strong. That's our goal. As we take the right leg, and we're going to cross it up on our thigh and our knees off to the side. That's the hard part, right there. Now, to make it even more fun, we sit back a little bit and bend that standing knee, and it's tough. But once you're there, you can find your hands maybe together in front, or if it helps you out to the side or on your hips, you get to pick your hand placement. See if you can stay strong here in our standing pigeon pose. It's not easy, but that's why we practice. And the more we practice, the better we get. So you just reset, you try it again. Long enough. Okay, so let's do those same two poses on the other side. Widen your feet. We're going for triangle. Real wide. And just like Oliver did, he turned his foot out to the side because that's the direction we're going. Lengthen those arms. First, find that reach, that stretch through your arms. And then we reach slowly. Fingertips out to the side wall. Oliver, reach first. Reach. Reach and lean. Reach, 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 and then go ahead and rotate the arms and take that right arm up to the ceiling as high as you can. Good, look forward. Keep your chest open, so continue reaching to the ceiling. Breathe through your nose. Getting stronger just by staying still right now. Awesome. Okay, out of triangle. And we have our standing pigeon pose. So bring your legs in. Okay, we get to see if we're balanced on this side. So this time we're going to cross the left leg over. So all of your balance is in your right leg. And it might be easier, might be harder than the other side. Let's find out. Cross it up high. That's not all. We get to sit into it by bending the knee. Find a good hand placement that works for you, and here we are. Breathe through your nose. Try to stay still. It's a challenge. Did we do it? Good job. We did it. Okay, so we're going to do some poses now on the floor. So we're going to actually turn our mats this other way so that you can see us better with what we're doing. So I want you to sit in staff pose, and that's what this is. It's simply sitting up tall with your legs extended out in front of you. That's all it is. It's called staff. Awesome. Easy, but incline plank might not be as easy. This one requires some strength. Place your fingertips near your bottom, facing your bottom. Good. And then we're gonna lift your hips up so you have this nice straight line in your body. Right? The only thing on the floor, let's see, my heels are touching and my hands are touching. And that's it. Lift your hips higher, can you? That shows a lot of strength. Good. Take it down. I want you to bend your right knee out to the side. Sit up tall. So we are trying to become more flexible. And we have this one knee bent out to the side while we lean forward over the left leg. Good. This one just takes time. So again, we're going to find our patience. We're going to take some deep breaths through our nose. And hopefully you notice as you sit here for a moment that you're actually sinking forward into it a little bit more. I like to imagine every time I exhale, I can lean a little bit further. I'm not forcing it, but I'm just kind of relaxing into it. Okay, great stretch. We're going to take this right knee up to the ceiling now and sit really tall and give it a hug. So pull it in a little bit closer. Then we're going to take left arm. You either hug that knee or maybe you put it on the inside of that knee. Your other hand's back on the floor and we're twisting kind of like owl. This is a seated twist. So I want you to go ahead and turn and look over your back shoulder. With owl, our legs are crossed, but otherwise it's a very similar pose where we're twisting through our spine and looking back. Good, untwist. Okay, one more on this side. We're gonna go to our seated pigeon. Do you remember what that is? I want you to start, turn around and start in plank. And now, right knee comes forward and your left leg stays back. And there's our seated pigeon. If you can stay up really tall, great. Maybe you wanna relax forward. You can stack your hands and you can set your forehead right on your hands. Good job. All right, we have these same kind of relaxing poses to do on the other side. So bring your legs around and staff. We know what we're doing this time. For some reason we lost our music. I might try to press play on that again. But for now, incline plank. Oliver, you show up. I'm going to start my music up again. Incline plank, follow Oliver. Hips are up. There you go. Strong bodies. It's a tough one. All right, set it down. What was next? We have to do this same thing on the other side. So we want this time your left knee out to the side and your right leg forward. Your knee and your toes are up on that right leg. There you go. Try to keep that position with the leg. And we're going to fold forward. Here we go. So this one, we held it for a minute on the other side. And it gives our bodies a chance to relax into the pose and it helps us become more flexible, which is great. So we're just, again, finding patience today in our practice. Taking some deep breaths. So remember your exhale out your nose. And each time you do that, you sink a little further forward, just a tiny bit. Couple more to go. So we take this knee up and we give it a hug and pull it in. We're up tall. And then we take our right arm this time either to hug the knee or to bring it on the inside of it while we stay up tall and twist, kind of like owl. Our seated twist. We look back. Keep that your head, the crown of your head where you'd wear your crown up there on top. Keep it up to the ceiling as you look over your back shoulder. ourselves into plank first. Push-up position as we bring the left knee forward. Here we go. Start up tall and get yourself situated up tall first. Make sure your shoulders and hips are forward. And when you're ready, go ahead, relax, put your head down on the mat. All right, come on out of that, bring your legs around. One more new thing for today. Start here with your legs forward. Why don't you lean back on your elbows? So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Point your toes to the mat and bring them closer to your bottom. Keep your knees together. And I want you to rock your knees side to side. Call this windshield wipers, right? Because our legs are moving side to side like windshield wipers do on a car. So all of our yoga poses have names. Some of them are nature and animals, but some of them aren't, like this one. But they just help us remember the different poses and different positions we can put our bodies in. Do you like this one, Oliver? You don't know? I love this one. It really feels good to me. Oh, one more new one. Okay, I want to teach you something else. It's called Cradle the Baby. Sit up with me. Start in staff. Okay, how do we cradle a baby? We hold a baby like this, right? So we're gonna hold our leg like it's a baby. Take your right leg. Here's the trick. You have to hook that foot in your elbow, and the other arm hugs this leg, and now you sit up really tall and pull that leg into your chest. And there's no actual, it's not rock the baby, we're not moving. It's cradle the baby, we're just holding the baby. So if you can either hold your hands together, or maybe your hands are just on this leg. And if you can get that foot up higher towards your shoulder, even better. Don't fall back. Don't let your baby fall. Okay, let's try the other side. Here we go. Okay, so hook your elbow here if you can. So your foot's right there in the crease of your elbow. Hug your other leg. Stay up tall. Don't lean forward. That's the tricky part. Staying up really strong and tall. Awesome. Okay, so let's do some memory of poses. Let's see if you can remember some different poses and their names. Sit up with me in staff. Okay, we're not going to show you right away. I'm going to give you a moment to think and get into the pose as just a review of some things we've learned. So, I want you to get into boat. Boat pose. Giving you a moment. Are you there? Have you thought of it? All right, let's show them, Oliver. We're in boat. We're leaned back. Good. We're going to stay in boat while you move into flower. Flower pose. We learned this in our very first class. Flower, let's show them. There we go, grow your petals. It's very similar to boat, isn't it? I want you to move into bridge. We're gonna stay here and wait for you. Move into bridge. I'll give you a hint. You're moving onto your back. Are you in bridge? Let's join them. On their backs, lift your hips. That's bridge. I'll shake it from the side real quick just in case you can't see me. That's bridge. I want you to move into tabletop. We're staying here. You move into tabletop. Okay, we'll join you. Where are we? We should be here. Good. Your belly is nice and flat, right? Because that's your tabletop. Move into staff. We're here, we're holding strong, we're waiting for you to be in staff. We did this several times today, so I know you remember this one. We're just seated here. Great. Up tall though. Tall, tall. Good. Plank. I want you to move into plank. We do this all the time in sun salutations. Let's join plank. Move into down dog. Down dog. Think about it. Not up, down, down dog, which means we're facing down. It's actually called downward facing dog. Yes, here we are. And child's pose. We're gonna go right with you. What's your favorite pose? What's a pose we haven't done that we really like? I want you to maybe show somebody at home a couple of the poses that you love, that you've learned, and you know them, you know how to do them correctly. Oliver, can you think of one that you like? Oh, he loves eagle arms. Here, we're gonna do this one. Maybe you're doing your favorite pose at home. He likes the eagle arms. Oh, okay. I misunderstood. He's showing me elephant swings, which we did not do today. So we're finishing up with our elephant swings. Maybe you're in your own pose and you're showing your mom or dad or somebody a pose you like. Today we worked on a lot of patience, so I know it wasn't the most fun yoga practice, but you've learned a lot and you made it through it and you gained some patience. Good job.